The earth is the Lord's and everything in it. That's Psalm 24, in case you needed to look it up for yourself. I'm Reverend Jim Keat, the digital minister at the Riverside Church, and this is The Word Made Fresh, the weekly-ish show where we talk about an upcoming lectionary theme or passage or something about the Bible, and then you can borrow these ideas for your sermons or Bible studies, or if you're just a Bible geek like me and you want to just enjoy stuff. Enjoy. Now, this coming Friday, if you're watching this video the minute we publish it, Friday, April 22nd is Earth Day. And if you're anything like Riverside, you think that's an important day to commemorate even in your worship services. So at Riverside, this coming Sunday, we are focusing on Creation Sunday, recognizing, the need to care for this home we've all got. And what is the sign? There's no planet B. That's pretty clever, I think. So we're going to talk a bit about Earth Day, if the spirituality of Earth Day, if churches should focus on it, why not? There is no why not. And then we're going to talk a little bit about Panentheism. Oh, I also want to let you know that I had this whole video recorded a couple days ago already. It was great. I felt really good. I just sat down to edit it, and then I realized there was no audio. Is the audio working on this one? Check 1, 2. Check. Okay. Well, first off, churches, I think, should definitely commemorate Earth Day. Whether you do it specifically the Sunday after Earth Day, Creation Sunday kind of a thing. But let's be honest, shouldn't every day be Earth Day? Because we're not just like thinking, oh, it's important one day of the year. It's kind of important every day of the year. Now, sometimes there are churches, Christians, people of faith who don't think it's important. They don't really think it's a priority to care for this planet we call home, because their mentality is, well, we're just going to escape this hellhole and go to a heavenly spaceship in the sky someday, right? Well, rather than a theology that is about escaping this world, what does it mean to have a theology and a worldview and just a way of seeing things that says we are partnering with God and with the people of God everywhere to reshape this world so that the hell on earth becomes a bit more like heaven? So that's why I love this passage from Psalm 24. The earth is the Lord's and everything in it. John Calvin and other theologians would talk about two books that tell us about God, the book of Scripture and the book of nature. The world around us is saying something about God. But maybe it's a bit limiting even to put it on Earth. Like, that's just one speck in this giant ocean of the cosmos. So it should be like Cosmos Day. Multiverse Day? What's the ramifications of the multiverse? Is Kang the Conqueror watching this? Doctor Strange, we need help. So if we can agree that this Earth, this world, this planet we call home is worth caring for, well, maybe let's give ourselves a bit of, scriptural backing for that even, and support. I like to think, where do you start telling the story makes a big difference in what the story unfolds to be. Sometimes people start telling the story in Genesis chapter 3. They start telling the story when there's already this, tension introduced, this thing gone wrong that we're then trying to fix, the fall, sin, missing the mark, all that hamartia stuff. But the story begins in Genesis 1, people. The story begins with this poem about all of this stuff coming to be, and it's described with one word: good. Good, very good. Monday's never actually called good in Genesis chapter 1 in the poem. It skips Monday because therefore the Bible tells us that Mondays aren't good. But what we do know is this world is good. Do you start the story with original sin, or do you start the story with original blessing, original goodness? We need to start it with the good stuff, because that's our reminder of why we're doing all of this in the first place. Why Creation Sunday, Earth Day, is embedded with spirituality, because this goodness of creation is filled with the glory of God. And maybe we just need to get outside of a building and get our feet off the concrete and put our toes in some dirt and breathe some fresh air, or whatever air you have closest to you. You have lots of air close to you. The outside air, hear the birds, see some leaves, feel the wind. That sounds like church to me. And all that really brings us to the word Panentheism. Now, some people are scared of this word. Sometimes people, think they conflate it with this word, pantheism. Pantheism is the idea that God is everything. Everything is God, which is also a great conversation to have. And let's not just throw that one away either. But panentheism, I think this should be a starting point we can all agree on. Panentheism means God is in all things. As St. Ignatius of Loyola would say, we're finding God in all things. What does it mean for us to see the world filled with God? To see the cosmos, the universe, to look through that Webb telescope out into the wonders and recognize rocks and trees and skies and seas. We find this divine spirit in these daily moments all around us. We do it every day. Earth Day is a good day to kind of, focus ourselves in on that. But we need to remember that every day is Earth Day, Cosmos Day. The whole thing, all of this stuff that we're living in and floating in and swimming in, and every sunrise and sunset, which isn't actually the sun moving, it's the earth moving, but relativity and all that point of view stuff, all of it is a reminder that God is present in every ounce and iota and atom. So maybe every day we need to care for this. Love your Mother Earth, that is. Care for the cosmos and find God in every bit of it. Bring heaven to Earth and Mars and Alpha Centauri and everything around us. Because that's where the story begins, caring for creation. And it's where the story ends in the way that the book of Revelation depicts. It's another allegory. We'll get into that another time. But this idea of the city of God, heaven crashing into earth, all of it, the goodness of God growing all around us. So maybe we should really take this seriously. And here's your homework: go hug a tree. Go outside. Get out of the inside space and like touch some nature. Get your toes in some dirt. Put your arms around some bark, and just see what it feels like to be that intentionally close to the created world around us. What does that experience teach you about God, about yourself, about spirituality? I'm going to go do that right now. Oh, but before I go, we also have a bunch of podcasts that we produced a few years ago. We did a season of Be Still and Go. I think it was like season 7 or 8, maybe. I don't know. And it was all about environmental justice. So as you're thinking about Earth Day and creation care, these might also be helpful resources. They're linked down below. So just go down and go click the link, listen to all of them, and I'll talk with you next week. Which I think is going to be when we change the format a bit. And you're going to hear from me plus someone else. We'll see how it goes. I think it's going to be great. All right. Time to hug a tree. Bye.